Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm finally going to be sharing with you guys
how I pan my body care products.
I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, how do I go through things so fast in regards to body care, because I don't have that much home care here at college, or like, you know, you get my gist. So if you know me, you know that I basically go through a full-sized Bath & Body Works body lotion in about 2 weeks, and in order to expand that, I basically use 2 a month just to prolong each bottle, because 2 weeks is a little bit much. But basically the main reason that happens is because I apply body lotion every single day. And it's a habit that you have to get into, because before, you know, really taking care of my skin, like, I didn't apply body lotion every single day, and my legs sometimes were really ashy. That's just it. It's a routine. You have to get into the habit of using it, and I'm kind of gonna share like tips that might help you to use up your own products, because my biggest pet peeve, at least for myself, is having so much product and not even getting to use it because it goes bad. Because these items do go bad, especially the body lotions, especially the older sprays. And you spent your money on it. You worked hard for your money, and you just don't want it to go down the drain. And that's what really my channel has been dedicated to. And I want to share that with you so you guys don't go through the same feelings that I have gone through, because I myself am a victim of consumerism, and I'm trying to, you know, be smarter about my purchases and what is coming in and out of my life. If you have a hard time remembering to put on body lotion, is bring it into the shower with you. Not like into the shower physically, but bring it into the bathroom with you, and put it in a place that you have to see. Put it right next to your towel if you have the area to put it, so you remember, okay, I'm out of the shower, the lotion's right there, I'm looking at it. It is a visual reminder for me to use it while you're building up this habit of, you know, using body lotions. I used to do that. Now everything is in my room, so the first thing I do when I come into my room is put on body lotion. And I typically have dry skin, so I put on a very generous amount, and I'm gonna insert the clips, or you're probably watching the clips right now, of how much body lotion I use basically on my arms and on my legs. It is a great amount. I like feeling moisturized. I don't want wrinkly skin. If we go through so much to protect our face, you know, we need to protect our body as well, and moisture is the key for a little bit more of preventative aging. And like I said, I lather up. I have keratosis pilaris, so that is the buildup of dead skin, and while the new skin is going over it, the dead skin gets trapped. So I'm constantly exfoliating, and in order to prevent that dryness, I need to constantly moisturize to keep that condition at bay. And one of the big key factors also as to why I apply so much, because I do not like feeling tight at all. It's not a good feeling. It's uncomfortable, and then it's itchy, and that's just not good. Just be generous. Like, don't forget the other parts of your body. Yeah, we apply it to our arms and legs, but don't forget your belly, your back, your shoulders, like the back area, your hiney. All of that needs to be moisturized, and I think that's like a big portion of what helps me use just a little bit more than the average person, and why I probably go through it a little bit faster than most people. Second tip in regards to using body lotions: if you don't like a certain smell, use it on your legs. A lot of the times we're not smelling what we put on our legs, so if I have a lotion that I'm just not crazy about, or the scent is just like, nah, I just put it on my legs. Especially during winter time, if you absolutely don't like it, you're gonna be wearing pants, you're not gonna be smelling it, your legs are just gonna be moisturized and get the moisture. But if you don't like it, just put it down there. You'll be able to use it up and not really like feel the discomfort of not liking the smell, except for like when you quickly put it on whenever you shower. My third tip is that if you have a lotion that is too thick for your liking, because everyone has different like consistency preferences, is use it as a foot cream. Again, winter time, we are extra dry right now, and don't forget your feet need love too. Sandal season is coming. You don't want crusty feet. I don't think that's something most people want. Just use it as a foot cream before you go to bed. Rub it on your feet, put on some socks on, get all cozy. You won't even feel like the thickness of it because of the socks, and I promise you, you're going to notice a difference when you take off your socks in the morning and be like, wow, my feet are moisturized. And I'm gonna tell you that your feet are going to appreciate that, because we've all been there. We got gifted a thick lotion, don't know what to do with it because it's just like such a hassle to put on. Slowly use it as foot cream, girl. Slowly use it. Aha, another tip I just remembered that I am putting like in the middle of the video as I'm about to edit this video is I always have hand cream on my desk, my school desk, the desk that I get ready at, and I just apply that basically a couple times because my hands get really dry, especially after washing your hands, especially to prevent this year's flu. You just really gotta get in there and you get dry hands. So I always have some lotion at my desk and apply that right after I wash my hands, basically, because if you are washing your hands right, your hands will feel like they desperately need moisturizer. Ooh, I got so like passionate right there that I just need a quick little coffee break. My last and final tip in regards to body lotions is try not to use too many at a time. I know some people love to switch up scents every day or every couple days and like to keep certain like scents with certain scents, but if you do it like that, you're never going to see the progress in your products because you are just dispersing the progress among too many things that you're never going to like. I'm not saying like you're never going to, but it's going to take you much longer to move those items out that you're sick of seeing because you are distributing your love to other products. So try to keep it to a minimum. Try to keep it to 2, maybe 3 fragrances at a time in regards to body lotions. Like I said, I use 2 because I go through it way too quickly if I just used 1. And I like to prolong like certain scents, especially because some of them are discontinued or limited edition or really hard to get. So I like using a different scent that I can smell on the upper half of my body and one that I can't smell that much on my lower half, especially right now during the winter times where you're just going to be covering that bottom scent anyways. So just try to keep it to 2 so you can like switch it up and you're not tired of 1. Now moving on to shower gel, I don't use shower gel, like I don't go through it astronomically like some people do, and maybe it's just because I don't use a loofah, but even when I did use a loofah, I don't pan shower gels that quickly. It takes me about 2 months to go through 1 bottle of shower gel, and I feel like I'm using a lot, truthfully. I put a good like big dollop on my hand for my upper body, and I do it again for my lower body. I feel like a loofah might, you might need less product to get more lather, but I am not into loofahs because 1, they're wasteful, and 2, they just harbor bacteria, and you're trying to get clean, not more dirty, and loofahs are just not good if you look under a microscope. Let me just tell you, a little tip from a science major, but if you love it, hey, you do you. I just stopped, and I don't really recommend loofahs just because, again, for the wasteful factor and because they're not clean, even though you're putting soap on it and you're cleaning yourself and running out of water, but it just stays wet. It's not good, let me just tell you. So if you're a germaphobe, highly advise against loofahs. We are in the midst of raininess right now, so it just got really dark and I apologize, but another way that you can use your shower gel is using it as a bubble bath or using it as a hand soap. If you don't have that many hand soaps or you're running low on hand soap and you just can't make a trip, just add some water. Well, first of all, put your shower gel in a soap container or in your bath, and then if you're doing it in the soap container, add a little bit of water and shake it up and you have your DIY foaming hand soap. And that's another great way that you can move some shower gel out of your life. Because again, it's just body soap. It's the same thing as hand soap. It doesn't matter what you use it for, even bubble bath. Like, it's gonna do the job of cleaning and smelling great at the same time. Moving on to body sprays. Body sprays is another area that might take me a little bit longer to finish depending on the scent. If I don't like it, a lot of people do this, where they use it as bathroom spray, they use it as room spray, they'll refresh like their linens or their clothes or their bedding with it. I personally have room spray from you know, Bath and Body Works or like other brands that I like to use in the bathroom specifically. My issue with like using room spray is like, or I'm sorry, fragrance spray for your body in the bathroom is that if I use it in other forms in the same scent, it's just gonna remind me of going number 2 because that's usually when we tend to use room spray, and it's just not, that's just the way that my brain works. If you can separate the two, hey, I wish I could, because then I would be using a lot more body spray. But the basics of how I use so much room spray is that basically every time I leave and come back to whatever room it is, so if I leave my apartment in between classes, because I do live on campus, I always respray myself, and I don't just spray like a couple of times. I will spray my entire body, like back, front, like twirling it, because I love smelling good. And I think the room sprays are not as fragrant enough where it would bother that many people, because if you did that with perfume and go out in public, some people might have an issue with that, but fragrance mist, it's very diluted. It's diluted, so it shouldn't happen. But you know, people will be sensitive, and people will forever be sensitive, and you know, they just gotta deal with that. You smell amazing, and they can't handle it. Period. Poo. Does anyone say that anymore? I don't know. Anyways, listen, Linda. If you don't have one that you like, you can, you know those little diffusers that like you just put the sticks in it and then you just flip the sticks in the liquid and then you just flip the sticks. Wait, I have it. Let me, hold on. Linda, hold on. I'm talking about this puppy right here, where basically it's just like, usually this is an oil and then you just flip it over, and let me just do it. I just don't like that it gets like my fingers oily. Like that. And then now you can just smell whatever like fragrance is here. So this used to be filled with oil, but it got down to like here because obviously the wood sucks it up and it dissipates in the air, so it just runs out. I saw that the oil was getting low, and I might be panning something specific that is not quite my favorite, and I literally just dumped a lot of it into here to have more liquid going, and the scents were kind of very compatible with each other, so that's been working. Because it's alcohol, it's gonna go a little bit faster, and we have a little bit more of this since we're not allowed to like burn candles in our apartment or use wallflowers. So if you have something like this, or you can even make like your own DIY of this, if you have like popsicle sticks or any like woody thing that's like thin like this, you can literally just get like a little jar, which I'm sure we all have, because if you're watching this video, you're a hoarder of body care items, which perhaps means you might be hoarding other things. Perhaps. I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying perhaps. And you can literally just, if you can, pour fine fragrance mist into like a little thing. You have your little DIY, I don't even know what this is called. Like, it's not incense because you burn incense, but whatever this is called, someone please comment what this is called, because I cannot think of it right now, nor will I look it up because I'm a college student and I have tests to study for and cannot waste like moments of my time on looking up what this is called. And I really say that sarcastically, so yeah. So this is great for like, if you're gonna do like fine fragrance mist, this might be great for like smaller areas because it's not gonna fill up like a big area. So like if you have this like on your desk, you'd be able to smell it, or it doesn't even have to be a scent that you are not a fan of. If you have too much of something, you can definitely do that. And it's just another great way to use up your fragrance mist without constantly having to spray something and like remembering to spray something, because that's my issue when I'm trying to use fragrance mist as like room sprays, is like remembering to go do it. But this is just easy, you know, it gets sucked up, the alcohol eventually like dissipates and evaporates, and at least your area, your small area, because this isn't very potent or anything because it's not an oil, will smell good. Now if you happen to have too many oils laying around, whether it's like a physical oil or like the Lush bar oil,
You're like, I don't even do like massages that often.
Literally you can use it like on your feet, like massage your poor feet. You're on them all day. You don't even have to like get into spa mode to use it. Just rub it in between your hands and literally just work at your feet. Again, something that your feet, I promise, will thank you. You will thank yourself because you'll be releasing tension that your feet tend to hold because, again, you're on them for so long. Or like, you know, set up a spa day with like your boo thing, get it really like romantic. Like my boyfriend and I love to like have massage nights, but have a girls night, massage your own feet, add a little bit of oil if it's like a liquid oil to like your bath if you're a bath person. It'll just be more moisturizing. Literally, if you write a lot because you're a student or because you just have to type a lot, massage your hands. Like I promise you, your fingers will thank you. And it's just another way. Just have some oil. It doesn't even have to be like, oh, I need to do a massage. Like, just do it on yourself. Just give yourself a little massage. Put some in your bath for extra moisturization. Just gonna be a hydrated queen. But for body care, I'm pretty sure that's everything that people tend to struggle to use up. Scrubs are really easy to use up because you need a lot of it. Don't buy scrubs anymore because you can make your own scrubs, or they're just not very exfoliating for my skin needs. But that is like my tips off the top of my head of how you can use more of your body care to use it up, because we're all consumers. We're all victims of consumers and hoarding of great smelling products. So it's a great thing to smell great, but it's not great when your great smelling things smell not so great. Yes. But I hope this helps you in regards to using up some of the products that you have been struggled using up. If you have your own tips that were not mentioned in this video, leave them in the comments down below so other people, you know, can benefit from it. I clearly have no problem using up lotions, but I have problem using up spray, so maybe you have a different tip than what I have and I can use as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you guys on my next one.